Good morning, guys, and welcome to our Airbnb here in Sibiu. Don't mind the low doorways and the super squeaky floors here in our Airbnb.
I know, the floors are so squeaky, but we're here staying in the heart of Sibiu historic old city, and we are so incredibly grateful to have this amazing Airbnb. It is so big, it sleeps 6 people in total.
Yeah, it's massive. This is only 1/3 of it too. So we've
Yep.
got this area, which is the bedroom and kind of like a lounge room area.
Yep.
And then next door, we've got the kitchen and laundry. And then next door again, we've got another lounge room and the bathroom.
And it's such good value. I think we're paying around 280 Romanian lei per night, which is around 90 to 100 Australian dollars a night, which is unheard of. You'd never get those prices pretty much anywhere else around Europe. So such good value.
But as you've probably seen from this title, today we're doing a Romanian food tour here in Sibiu. And first up, we're gonna start with breakfast, but we're not gonna go out for breakfast because we've got this amazing kitchen and pretty decently sized kitchen, or the biggest kitchen we've had in the last year and a half of traveling.
Yeah.
We're gonna make breakfast.
It's got everything you need to do your own cooking. Steve is on breakfast duty today, so we'll see how he goes at making a traditional Romanian breakfast.
Breakfast is served.
Look at that.
Let's run you through what we've got for breakfast. Excuse my tiny fork, it was the only one we had left
Why
clean.
is it so small?
It's just what we had left. So we will start at the front. We've just got some veggies, just some tomatoes, some cucumber, some capsicum. Moving on to the middle, we've got some sausage that I've cooked up. It was smoked sausage, but I threw it in the pan anyway. Also got this big thick cut of ham or pork. An omelette. We read that eating eggs is pretty much a staple here in Romania. Plus this cheese. They said you can't have a Romanian breakfast without getting this cheese. I'm pretty sure it's called Talamia, and it's sheep Talamia cheese. I've heard it's kind of like Greek feta, but it's got a bit more of a more stronger, pungent flavor. So we haven't tried pretty much any of this yet. I'm
Yeah.
excited to dig in. Oh, also we've got some toast here with some strawberry jam and a coffee.
Yep. There are so many different variations of a typical Romanian breakfast. The staples that we've read consist mainly of eggs, cheese, and cold cuts and vegetables. So this is our variation. We do understand that different people are going to have different ingredients on their breakfast. So this is just what we've chosen because we like everything on the plate. I'm gonna try this cheese because we've never tried this before. I don't actually think I've tried sheep's cheese, so I'm gonna try it by
We've had sheep cheese quite a lot, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
alright.
sorry, goat. I'm thinking
Goat
goat.
cheese. Similar.
Yeah.
Cheap goat. Alright, I'm gonna try this. As Steve said, it definitely tastes like feta. If I didn't know that it wasn't feta, I would definitely think that it was. I'm going to try this pork. We went out the other night and I think in our brush off video, I had a dish that was the somale, the cabbage rolls, and it had a cut of this pork on there, and it was so delicious. And I think somebody said that it was between a pork loin and like a pork belly. Tastes like ham, tastes like pork. Really
It's
nice.
just got pretty much everything you want. Saltiness, creaminess, the freshness of all the vegetables on it. Plus we've got a staple coffee. We've just went this morning for instant coffee. We'll probably go out for straight after this,
Yeah.
a proper coffee, because we know the Romanians love a coffee.
They do, and Romania has had some of the best coffee in the entire world that we've had. So we're definitely gonna head out for one of those later, but in the meantime, instant black coffee will have to suffice. So I'm gonna try this combination. Might seem a little bit strange, or it might be completely normal. I put the strawberry jam and I've put the sheep's cheese on there.
This could be really nice or really bad.
It's gonna be delicious. It's kind of like a scone. Let me try it. That's so good because the saltiness from the cheese and then the sweetness from the jam with white bread. It kind of tastes a little bit like a Victoria sponge cake. That is the stupidest comparison, but you know what I mean.
But as you can see, we've eaten pretty much everything, and this was a really good breakfast. I can see ourselves eating this most days that we're traveling on the road.
Easily, oh my goodness, you Romanians have it right with the breakfast.
We're going to finish our toast, finish our coffee, clean up, and get out there and eat some more food. How's your coffee?
It's sickly sweet. I normally just have like an Americano or an oat milk cappuccino with an extra shot, but I decided to get a shot of hazelnut syrup, and it just tastes like hazelnut syrup. It's not bad though. So this is Ted's Coffee here in Cebu. It is a Romanian coffee chain. It's kind of like the Five to Go. But we had one of these the other day at the train station, and I absolutely loved this coffee. So we've been returning quite a few times, and yeah, it's really good. It's pretty cheap and it tastes delicious.
We have also tried the Five to Go coffee, but we didn't really like it. It was just a little bit, well, I had the double espresso. It's a very dark roast. So if you're into a dark roast coffee, you would like it.
Another thing I've noticed in Europe, and especially with the alfresco dining and coffee culture, so many people smoke. In Australia, you would never see an ashtray or anyone smoking. I think it's within about 10 meters of any eating establishment. So that is, yeah, it's very different to what we're used to, but I kind of like it. I find myself, if there's like cigarette or a vape sort of wafting past me, I find myself embracing it. It just reminds you that you're in Europe, and I don't hate it. Some gogoshi. We got a sweet. There's two in there. I thought that was expensive. Oh no, we only wanted to get one to share because it's so heavy and thick. It kind of reminds me of like a Hungarian langos. I don't know if it tastes the same or it just looks like a big thing of fried dough. Did we get salty or sweet cheese? Salty cheese.
Salty cheese, yeah.
Salty cheese, so gogoshi. I'm gonna let Steve do the honors.
Oh, they're still warm. I don't know if they're warm because they're fresh or they've just been sitting in the baking sun in the window. Oh,
Good?
that's really good. It just tastes like a fair donut, like a carnival donut.
Is
like,
it sweet?
with a salty, well no, we got the salty cheese.
No, but is the dough sweet at all?
No, it's just a very savoury dough.
Oh.
And then a salty, you probably can't even see, but a salty cheese. So the langos in Hungary is like an open donut with all sorts of things placed on top, where this is more like a calzone, I guess you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
We are very close to Hungary. I think it borders Romania, borders Hungary.
Yeah. A lot of the food's like Austrian, Hungarian, Romanian. It's kind of all influences each other.
So we're going to finish this and we're going to go climb a tower to burn off these donuts
Yeah, we definitely need
before
to.
we move on to some more food.
Mm-hmm. Have you gotten into that second one?
So that was so good that I've started eating the second one.
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
I'm going to regret it.
Yes. We've got lunch soon, so hope you're going to be hungry for that.
That's why we're planning some exercise now.
Yes. We are absolutely loving this town or city. I don't know if you'd classify it as a city of Cebu here in Romania. It just feels like it's a lot smaller than Bucharest and Brasov, but it's just got a little bit more of a sort of local feel, not quite as touristy. I mean, we have been to, I think, two of the biggest tourist towns in Romania, but we are absolutely loving this country. Like, we cannot rave about it enough. It's fantastic. I think I'm gonna have to call it and say we've been to a lot of places, especially in Europe. I am gonna say that this is the most beautiful town that we have ever been. Would you agree with that statement?
It's really nice.
It is absolutely beautiful, and it's not overran by tourists.
I think that's what makes it special. Tourists, which us,
We're
ruin cities and towns because it's
do.
just overrun with people. Right, let's climb this tower and walk off or wear off
Yep.
these 2 gogoshis.
Yes.
So it is normally 15 lei to get into the church and climb the tower, but because the church is under renovations, they've just knocked 5 lei off the price. And yeah, 10 lei. It's a lot of stairs. The whole thing bounces when you walk up it.
It does. Oh my god. All right, let's head up.
Oh, I really want to hold on to 2 hands, but because I'm holding the camera.
It feels so sketchy, doesn't it? Oh my god.
I'm going to put the camera down and we'll see at the top, only so I can hold on 2 hands.
Steve, the fear in me right now. Could you just imagine if those bells went off and we're standing like a foot away from it? Let's go.
Surely they don't go off from here.
And I did ask the local tour guide that was working for the church if the bells do go off, and he did say at 11:55 a.m. for 5 minutes. I think we're next to a school, it's very loud, but he did say that they clear the church out, especially the tower, and obviously it also goes off if there's an event at the church, so like a baptism or something along those lines. But he did say that he has been up near the bells when they went off, and that it was pretty loud, but he sort of compares it to the level of a rock concert. So, yeah, I don't think I'd like to be up there when they go off, especially if I didn't know that they were going to. They're saying Bună ziua. Hello, Bună ziua. I said hi back and then they got shy. I think we're going to get some chorba. I was going to say soup, but I know to say chorba. So, don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's what we're getting for lunch. So I know this drink isn't traditionally Romanian, but we have seen it everywhere all over the country. So I'm going to give it a try. It's called Ayran, and I think it's Turkish, but I should shake it first. The ingredients are, so it's a yogurt drink with salt. It's supposed to be really, really salty. So I am excited to try it. It smells like yogurt.
We just stopped off at Carrefour to get some water.
Wow.
And Christy ended up getting milk instead.
Oh my god, it tastes like the salty cheese filling that you had in your gogoshi this morning.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Just the drink version.
I really like that. That's nice. It's super salty. It's a lot saltier than what I was actually expecting it to be, but it's really nice. Do you like it?
I don't know.
Oh, I really like it. Yep, it reminds me of kefir.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes like kefir, just a lot saltier.
All right, soup time.
So the restaurant that we were going to go to for our soup actually closes in 10 minutes and then it reopens later, but we want to have it for lunch. So we're in the main square here in Cebu. We found a cafe that says soup on it, so we're going to head in there. We normally wouldn't go to a restaurant right on the main square. It's usually like the touristy sort of places and they're usually quite overpriced, but Desperate Call needs
Desperate measure needs desperate call. We don't know.
We don't know, we're gonna eat soup here, that's it. You know you're at a touristy place when they've got photos of the soup on the menu, but you can scan the QR code and get it translated into German or English.
All right, so order placed. I went for the tripe soup or the Trauba de Berta, I think's how you say it. Don't quote me on that. My pronunciation, I can't even say that, is terrible. I've got Google here just to have a look at the ingredients. So it consists of tripe, and then it has a bone broth with carrots, celery, onion, parsnip, garlic, olive oil. What'd you order?
I got the traditional chicken soup. So I don't know if it has like, I don't know what else it has in it, if it's like a chicken and vegetable soup or if it's got like noodles or pasta or anything in it. So I don't know. I thought it sounded good, and I hope it's going to taste delicious. I'm sure. Oh wow, it's actually got like chicken chunks in it. All right, I'm gonna dig straight in. I'm gonna taste the broth first. There's a bug in it. We'll just put that to the side. Pretend we never saw him. He just went for a little swim. Very chickeny. Duh. Very oily, a little bit garlicky, a little tiny bit peppery. It's quite salty. It's delicious. That chicken is really nice. It's really tender. It's got like grated carrot bits in it. Romania is really popular or well known for their soups, chorba. There is a difference between soup, chorba and borscht. I believe that the chorba is like a sour-based soup. It's made with like a lemon or a vinegar type of base, which I think that's what Steve's got.
Mine always smells seafoody.
Seafoody?
Yeah, look at all that tripe.
It's a whole lot of stomach line.
Yeah. Also came with some sour cream on the side with some bread, which I don't really need or want, but I'll probably end up eating it anyway. All right, let's give this a go.
Is it like the one that you had the other day in Brashov?
It's a lot more flavoursome, like a little bit more pungent, nearly.
I can smell garlic.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm getting like the seafood sort of notes from, like a sort of a garlicky seafood soup. Let's try a bit of the tripe. So if anyone doesn't know, tripe is the lining of a cow's stomach, and yeah, down the hatch. It's a little bit more chewy than the one we had the other day. The one we had the other day, it was really gelatinous, and this is gelatinous, but it's just got a little bit more chew. And you can see it's got some little red chunks in there. I'm assuming that capsicum has a bit of a capsicum taste as well. Let's add a little bit of sour cream. I don't know if you're supposed to just add the globs of sour cream. Actually, I don't even know if it is sour cream.
Is it sour cream?
Yep, sour cream. So I'll put a bit of that in. Let's see what that does to the flavour. Just gives it a little bit of a soury tang. Sour tang. Alright, we're gonna get stuck into this before the flies take it over.
So I was just mixing mine around and I came across this massive clump of I think it's polenta. I'm not too sure. I'm going to give it a bite and see. That is so good. It's like a huge dumpling. So my dumpling thing that I had in my soup was actually made of semolina, I think, not polenta. Either way, it was amazing, and I'm definitely going to be ordering that soup again while we're here in Romania. I'm going to ask Steve what he thinks of his tripe soup.
Not a fan of this one. I don't know why. This one tastes really gamey, and I don't really like that. The tripe is cooked, I think, a little bit less. Like it was very gelatinous and didn't really have a whole lot of taste in the first soup that I had. But this one, it's a little bit chewy. It is, I think that's where the gamey taste is coming from, so probably wouldn't order this again at this restaurant.
The other soup Steve is referring to was at a place called Casa Romanesca, and that was in Brashov. So if you haven't seen that video, go and check it out and see what you think of our Brashov video.
The beer is good though.
Yes. And my soup was 10 out of 10. I loved it.
Alrighty, so it's the next day and it's dinner time. Well, it's 3 o'clock, so...
No, it was 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
We're having an early dinner. We've chosen a restaurant that's actually just behind us. It's called Crama Sibiu Vechi. I think I'm saying that right. And it means the old winery of Cebu. So, I think. So we're going to check that out, maybe grab some wine and eat some delicious Romanian food. So I've just placed our order. I got an eggplant salad, the samale, the cabbage rolls. I'm obsessed with them. I've had them so many times over the last 2 weeks. Steve got a pork stew called tocatura or tocatura. Of course, we're going to get papanashi for dessert. We cannot get enough of that while we're here in Romania. I've gone with a Romanian Cabernet Sauvignon for a drink, and Steve got a Romanian beer.
We're also going to do a second stop when we go out for dessert. It's sort of traditional Romanian, like 50%, and the other 50% not at all.
What? I have no idea what he's talking about. I was just completely going to end on papanashi because that is probably the best dessert in the world. And I'm not just saying that because we're in Romania. I'm saying it to be 100% genuine. Papanashi is the best. So I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll get a surprise then.
I like it.
You should like it, yeah. We also went to order michi, but this restaurant doesn't have michi on the menu. We would have loved to eat it and show you guys in this video. We have had it, I think, every city that we've been to so far.
We have had it probably about 4 or 5 times on different occasions here in Romania. Steve absolutely loves it. It was so good with the mustard, and we had it with a side of polenta and potato. So we've had our fair share of michi while we've been here.
Also, don't mind the light.
It is so obnoxious. I have no idea how this is going to look like when you edit it, but I'm hoping it's not going to be too harsh. It's a mess. Thank you. I am so excited to eat this. These are the best cabbage roll somale that I have had so far on this trip in Romania. Well, they look the best. I haven't tasted it yet. That big slab of pork looks absolutely delicious. The cabbage rolls look really chunky as well. Inside is a mixture of meat, rice, different herbs and seasonings. I guess every establishment, every family will have their own little twist that they like to add into these recipes. A side of polenta. And what else? Yeah, we've got our eggplant dip. And Steve has got his tokitura,
Which is a pork dish with a sauce. I think it's a tomato-based sauce. Oh, I don't know.
Has that got cheese on it as well?
Yeah, it's got cheese all over the egg. And then, polenta, I forgot. There's also polenta hiding in under that egg. And polenta's a staple here in Romania. Polenta comes with most dishes on the side. It's not from what we've been told, it's not a main meal, or it's just a complement. It just accompanies your meal, like a filler. We really like polenta. This is a really good dish.
And why don't you give the eggplant dip a try?
So this is the eggplant dip that we don't know the name of, but we've added to the screen. It actually reminds me of baba ganoush, yeah. I can't get the bread. Here we go. It tastes nothing like baba ganoush.
Really? What does it taste like?
Need a clean fork. It's really nice. It's really smooth. With
Does it taste like eggplant? At least.
I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on the taste of it. It's got a nutty kind of a taste.
All right, because by your description, I don't know what to expect.
You can taste the char grillness of the eggplant, but baba ganoush has a really kind of smoky and olive oil taste. This has a more char grilled taste.
It's a little bit sour as well. I can taste an onion, and it's got the texture of not polenta, a semolina. It's like a semolina texture. We have no idea if that is an ingredient in this, but it's really nice. It's very nutty. It does have a slightly smoky sort of flavour. I'm a fan. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, before I get stuck into my samale. I love the names. It just kind of rolls off the tongue.
Also, we're sat right next to the stereo player and the speaker over there, so if the music is quite loud, we're sorry for that.
I love it. We're right next to the PA system. All right, that is a huge bite, and I don't know if you can see, but it's got the minced meat with the rice. Doesn't look like there's a ton of herbs in there, but the cabbage is actually really thick, which I am excited about because I really love cabbage. It's got a really lovely flavour profile of tomato that's a little bit sour from the sauerkraut, the cabbage. I'm going to try it with the pork as well. That's really lovely. I really like that.
We absolutely love Romanian food. It's so hearty and it just reminds you of your mum or your grandma's home cooking.
I would eat this every day if I could. It is so delicious, and like Steve just said, it tastes just like really authentic home cooked food. So very happy with this. It's happened again. We've got one each. We're not complaining, and I was kind of hoping that this would be the case. Definitely did not disappoint. So what papanashi is, it's fried dough, or I think like a dumpling, with some people say sour cream or like a cheese. I'm not too sure. I think it's sour cream. It tastes like sour cream to us, and like a blueberry jam compote sort of thing, and icing sugar. So I'm going to give the toppings a try first. Oh, that's good. Oh, that combination between the sour and kind of salty cheese or sour cream and the sweetness of the jam is amazing. And you can't go wrong with a fried donut. So I'm going to give it all a try. It's a little bit messy, it's a little bit sloppy, but I promise it tastes delicious. It's got lemon in it, and the first time we actually tried it, we thought we saw lemon rind in it, and it had a little bit of a citrusy taste, which we really loved. You can't really see it. Oh, you can kind of see little bits of it. This has definitely been the best one we've had, I think, and I love it. So good. I'm so happy we got one each, because if we had to share this, I would have been pretty annoyed.
And they always take a little bit to come out when we order them, because I'm pretty sure they make the donut like fresh to order. It's like steaming hot.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get stuck into this. Christy's already nearly finished hers, and I haven't even started mine yet.
So good. Amazing.
All right, so a McFlurry. All the Romanians watching this are probably going to rip me to shreds in the comments here. Not a traditional Romanian dessert whatsoever, but the reason why I got this, it's pretty melted. It has rum syrup and chocolate over the top. Rum is a very popular, let's wait for this car. Rum is a very popular chocolate, biscuit, cakes we've been buying here every time we go to the supermarket. They have a really like a rummy sort of alcoholic taste in them. My favorites are the chocolate, where it's got like a caramel rum center, but this has all that chocolatey, alcohol-y flavored like rum syrup. And I'll give it a mix up, because McFlurries these days aren't mixed. Like I said, it is pretty melted.
And children can have this rum chocolate because it's rum extract, so they can have it.
I really like that alcohol flavor. Christy, not so much.
No.
Do you even want to taste this?
I'll taste it, but I know that I won't like it. That's too big for something that I know that I'm not going to like, Steve.
I'll get a bit more of the soft serve ice cream than
Yes, thank you.
sauce.
I don't like the rum chocolate, sorry. I just
love
don't
it.
like that rum flavour in anything really. And I don't like the rum drink, so it's not for me. All right, so tomorrow we have I don't know why I seem so excited about this. I absolutely am not. We have a 5.5 hour train from Cebu to Arad, which we're looking forward to going there. It's kind of just a stop off on the way to Timisoara. So yeah, how are you feeling about your 5 hour train ride tomorrow?
Honestly, I'm way too full from all the food we just ate to even really think about the next 24 hours.
Yep, me too. All right, we're going to finish it off here and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.